Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is April 17th and if you're a reader you know what book is coming out today, so I'm so excited. Today I will be doing a reading vlog of Taming 7. Oh my god. Taming 7 by Chloe Walsh just came out. It's the 5th book of the Boys of Tommen series. I'm avoiding all the spoilers on TikTok because apparently the book got leaked, but I'm so excited to read about Claire and Gibbs. I'm going to start it tonight. Tell me why Claire and Gibbsy only get to one book and it's 500 pages and all the other couples have like 2 books and it's like 800 pages. If you're not interested in books, you should probably click out of this video because I'm just going to be going on a tangent about this book for this whole video. This has been one of my most anticipated books this year ever since it was announced, and it's one of my favorite tropes, childhood friends to lovers. Also, I thought this was so funny, like all the names, because everyone keeps pronouncing it differently. The only reason I knew how to say Aoife's name was from Love Island. If you guys remember, there was a girl named Aoife. That's the only reason I know how to say it. If not, I probably would have pronounced it wrong as well. Starting the book now and I'll update you after a bit. I know it's a book, but I'm finding it kind of weird that they're speaking like this when they're 5 years old. So I thought I'd update you guys since I didn't last night, but I'm like 100 pages into this book. There's no chapter numbers, so I don't actually know. But not much has happened. It's kind of just the backstory, but I'm liking it so far. Guys, it's a few days later. I thought I'd update you guys. So I'm about halfway through. I just found out that my version of the book doesn't have chapter numbers, and apparently the UK version, the one with the ombre covers, does, which is so annoying because I like to see what chapter I'm up to and I don't know. Also, I'm so confused. Like, did Huey cheat on Katie because he's saying that he's never been with anyone but her, but then there was Lizzie in 7 Sleepless Nights. I can't tell if I like this book so far. Like, I do like it, but I feel like we're not getting enough Claire and Gibbs. Like, it's more about Lizzie. I'm living for all like the Joey, Johnny, Shannon and Aoife scenes because they're carrying this whole series. Guys, we just found out that Lizzie's parents are separated but she didn't tell anyone, so she's clearly going through something, but still I don't get why she's so mean. I'm just reading this chapter when she confronts Claire about talking to her mum, and she's like yelling at Gibbsy, being like, he killed my sister. And then Gibbsy said, do you think you're the only person to ever lose a sister? I lost my sister too, Lizzie. I buried my sister and my father. Okay, and this is what Lizzie says. They drowned accidentally. It's not the same thing. Nobody hurt them, not like my sister or Shannon's mum. And he's like, well, sorry they didn't die in more gruesome circumstances. Really aware of what she's saying. Guys, Lizzie is really getting on my last nerve. This is what I mean. Like, Lizzie just came out of nowhere throwing a tantrum. I get that she was upset that like Claire was like speaking to her mum about stuff like that, but Claire was just worried about her. Also, guys, I'm seeing a lot of TikTok theories about people saying that the teammate, the one that was like fighting with Claire, I don't even remember his name, apparently he's getting a love story with Katie, or that's the theories, because he's the only other team member that has been introduced and has a name and has reappeared. I think he's appeared like 2 times. Please ignore the fact that like my book is like flipped because I'm filming on my phone using my front camera, so it's really annoying that it's like that. Finally, Claire and Gibbsy are together. I just finished that chapter with Mark and Gibbsy. Guys, please excuse the fact that I look like this because it's literally nighttime, but I just read the letter that Kiva wrote to Gibbsy. I know this is supposed to be a reading vlog and I haven't even been like updating you guys as I go, but I will do a review at the end. Just thought I should add that all of this is my opinion and it's also always changing, so when I reread this I'm probably gonna change all my thoughts on this, but book talk is kind of controversial. Everyone has really strong opinions, so this is just mine. Guys, so I finished Taming 7 last night and I've got a lot to say. Firstly, I rated it at 4 stars, but now that I'm looking back, it could be a 3.5. Like I said, I was like really excited to read this. It was like one of my most anticipated books, but I'm kind of really disappointed. If you're like up to date and like you're in her group or whatever, she did say that Lizzie's book Claiming 10 was supposed to come out first, but then I think a lot of fans wanted Claire and Gibbs, so she changed the order. But I feel like she should have just stuck with the original because this book, I'm not even kidding, half of this book is about Lizzie. Okay, we need to talk about Lizzie because before I read this, I was trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. I actually didn't mind her as much, but after reading this, I don't think I can stand her anymore. I don't even know if I want to read Claiming 10. She was always one to bring it up. Like, no one even said anything, and then she'll always be like, oh, well, your brother, like, you killed my sister. Like, so little backstory and plot twist. Turns out that Kiva didn't actually, because of Mark, Gibbsy's older stepbrother, assaulted her. It was actually because Mark assaulted Gibbsy, and Gibbsy told her, but she didn't believe it at the time until she walked in on it, and she felt really guilty about it. That's why but everyone thought it was because she was the one that got assaulted by Mark, but it actually wasn't. So I know that Lizzie's going through so much, and I was trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, but why is she so mean and rude to Katie and everyone? Okay, but specifically Katie and Gibbs. I don't know why she was so mean to Katie. Like, Katie literally never did anything, and that easy comment was so uncalled for and out of pocket. I also don't understand why Lizzie was blaming Gibbsy all these years. Like, it was his stepbrother, and I'm pretty sure Gibbsy was like 7 when it happened. I don't know how old they were, but like, I know it was a kid when it happened, so I have no idea why she is blaming him. Lizzie was constantly telling Gibbsy that, oh, you should have died instead of your sister. Like, I know she's been through so much, she lost her sister, but Gibbs also lost his sister and his dad. And the way she tried to compare it and being like, yeah, well, I didn't drown your sister. Anyways, also this book, there was a lot of like storylines that weren't finished. Like, it was just really random. Like, they brought up the whole swimming thing about Gibbsy, and then like it just was never brought up again. Like, we don't even know if he learned how to swim. So this book was heavily focused on Lizzie, and like we barely got a love story. Like, I just want to see them be happy, and like this whole, like literally half of this book was about Lizzie. She has a whole nother book coming, so they could have just spoke about her in her book and make this about Claire and Gibbs, but it wasn't. So you barely got a love story, which I really wanted to see because I love childhood friends to lovers. My opinions on this book is that the Lynch family carried. Like, the Lynch family was the only reason I read this. Like, all the snippets with Joey, Aoife, Shannon and Johnny was the reason why I finished it. Wait, I'm gonna try to find this quote that literally made me sob. It was about Ollie and John Kavanagh. Okay, I can't find the quote, but like, you know what I'm talking about, how he called John Kavanagh his dad. When Claire outed Gibbs, that whole scene had me sobbing for like a good half an hour. I'm seeing like so many things on TikTok of people hating Claire. Like, I think people forget that she was literally 16 years old. Another good thing about this book, Patrick Feely. We got like so much Feely content than we ever had in like the past 4 books. There was this quote about Feely. I need to find it. Basically Claire was talking to him or something, and like they think he's like mute because like he doesn't talk, and then he's like, oh, I talk but no one listens or something. Where I need to find this. Okay, I found the quote. I really hope he gets his own book that is not with someone in the friendship group. Like, everybody's shipping him and Katie, or what's her name, Casey, Aoife's friend, but I hope he like has a whole storyline about him with someone else. Also, why did I just like find out in this book that Feely was like a farm boy? So anyways, overall I was pretty disappointed in this book because I wanted it to be about Claire and Gibbsy, but it wasn't. Like, it just wasn't as good as the other books. The ending of this book was not what I expected. Like, I was team everyone, and everyone's like, the whole friendship group is just split up now, and it's kind of awkward. This is definitely my least favorite out of all the books so far. I love Johnny and Shannon, but Aoife and Joey are still my favorite couple forever. I don't know why. Something about them has me emotionally invested, and I never cried so much when I was reading their book. Hey guys, so it's literally 2 weeks later and I just started editing this video. Let me know your opinion on the book. I love talking to people about my favorite books. Also, I'm well aware that I'm really bad at explaining things, so just ignore that. But thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon.